Have you ever written code that looks like this? Check this condition, then check another, then another, and another. But Python has a built-in function that can make this much cleaner. The idea behind all brackets is incredibly simple. It asks one question. Are all of these things true? That's it. If every value is true, then all in brackets values would output true. But if even one value is false, then all brackets values would be false. Here's where all brackets becomes really useful. Suppose you want to know whether every number in this list is positive. You could manually check every number, but that's ugly. With all brackets, you can say exactly what you mean. If all brackets n is greater than 0 for n in numbers, print all positive. You might be wondering about this part. N is greater than 0 for n in numbers. This is a generator expression. It checks each number one at a time. For our example, Python effectively sees 12 greater than 0, which is true, 18 greater than 0, which is true, 25 greater than 0, which is true, and 31 greater than 0, which is true, 42 greater than 0, which is true as well. Then all brackets asks, are they all true? Yes, so it returns true. Now let's sneak in a negative number. Now all brackets n greater than 0 for n in numbers would return false because one number fails the test, and there is another interesting detail. All brackets doesn't need to keep checking once it knows the answer is false. This is called short-circuiting. Imagine you're validating several requirements before allowing an operation. Instead of writing a huge condition, you can write if all brackets requirements proceed. This becomes especially convenient when the conditions are generated dynamically. And here's a useful trick. You don't actually need to create the list first. This is often the cleanest version. Python checks each item and asks whether all of them pass. Suppose you're checking whether everyone in a group is an adult. Change one age and suddenly the output is false because not everyone passed the test. There is one slightly weird thing about all brackets. What happens with an empty list? It returns true. That can seem strange at first, but logically there isn't a single item that violates the requirement. This behavior is intentional and is important to remember when you're validating data.